Hey, it's Ashley's Yarnies, and today I'm going to be discussing a question from Girls Ask Guys site, and some girl asked, do you think some women take trying to look sexy too far? What's more sexy, showing less or showing more? I think that sexiness, just like beauty, is subjective. It depends on the beholder. You could be wearing a lot of clothes and it's baggy, and then someone thinks that's very sexy, or you could be wearing barely any clothes and someone thinks that's sexy. We find that a lot of celebrities do this, and I know that there's a lot of regular girls that do this in America, but there's a lot of celebrities that do it more, so that there's a reference point. I think in a lot of countries where a woman's dress code is not an issue, you will find women scantily clad, or just a good amount of variations in clothing and stuff. I go for comfort level. The asker said she goes for comfort level, but it also does depend on where you're going. What message did you want to give off when you were wearing those clothes? It depends a lot. Now, back to the celebrities. They use, because I'm trying to say this without getting in trouble, they use things that allude to sexual situations to sell whatever they're advertising and whatever they are, their performance and what they're doing. But with regular women, I can't say it's that, because it's not like they get any money out of it. I think that day-to-day regular women who do wear scantily clad clothes that are uncomfortable do it to feel sexy, to feel attractive. Maybe inside they don't feel attractive, so they're trying to make up for it inside, to feel wanted or something like that. And so I don't think that we should harshly judge them, because we don't know the demons that they're dealing with. So I wouldn't say that all of them are doing it for attention or something like that, or all of them are hoochies or something like that, because yeah, it may look uncomfortable to you, but some people like tight-fitting stuff, like a corset that's stitched to them and stuff. Some people like that stuff. You may like airy stuff because you don't like anything up on you, and some people like feeling warm, just like some people like feeling cold. Remember, it's subjective, so you can't really say, well, my way is the right way, because it's really their prerogative. I know she didn't want to hear that, because someone told her, okay, but if the girl works out for the body, I don't see what the big deal is. And she was like, a lot of these girls, they're not fit, they're out of shape, and they're wearing stuff. It's like, if you used to be scrawny when you were younger, and guys used to tell you, and you took it to heart, and you actually cared, and guys told you, oh, you don't have a curvy body, you're a rectangle, you're just straight up and down, and you're boring, and that's why that makes you not pretty, or something like that. Soon as you get you some boobs, soon as you get you some butt, soon as you get you some hips, Okay, as soon as you get you some curves, you're gonna flaunt it. When you didn't have something before, you're gonna flaunt it. It's just like people who aren't used to having a certain amount of money, they just spend it all. Spend it all. Get lavish things, do dumb stuff with it. Look at a lot of the lotto winners. Okay, if you're not used to it, you're going to showboat it a lot. The sooner you acclimate to it and you just like, okay, so this is what having this body type, this is the type of attention it garnishes me, you know, or this is what happens when I wear this instead of that. And how does it make me feel? Do I like it? Do I not like it? That all depends, and that will either motivate you or not motivate you to wear the too much clothes or too little clothes or in between. So, I mean, I do think that there's an extent. I don't really care about controlling what other women wear. Like, if they want to have their bare butt on public seats that everybody sit on, some people sharted in their pants or whatever, and you know it's diarrhea, and so it drips onto the thing, and you sit in your bare butt and vagina on it. That's your business. It's your prerogative. I don't really care. And if someone else was, you know, barely wearing something, if you okay with all the risks, who am I to tell you? It's like if I told someone, I don't think that you should go and play with needles. And they're like, but I like playing with needles. So they just told me in that same breath that they're okay with all of the repercussions that would come with it. So, like, who am I to tell them what to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are the only repercussions that I think are like something that happens when you wear something like that. They can't help that. Especially if, let's say, you're jogging, you wearing some thong shorts. That's a thing. They have thong Daisy Dukes, and that's nasty. To me, I wouldn't wear that. But if you're wearing that and you fall and you end up falling on your butt and scraping your butt, or you was running up a hill and you fall down the hill and you got all that up your thong, that's your problem. You know, like, but it's not a big deal. Like, it's not like, oh, they should be condemned for it. It's just, there's just things in the functionality of what they're wearing that they just have to deal with. That's just something that they have to get accustomed to, or they are okay with dealing with. So she showed some pictures of some girls wearing like Daisy Dukes and tight fitted clothes and like cleavage showing and all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay. But in the next breath, in the comment section, some dude is like, oh, it's not about them wearing it that way. I mean, wearing hoochie or scantily clad stuff. It's about how they wear it. And then he proceeds to show women wearing even less clothing. I'm like, it's like that, and it looks like sleepwear. And he's like, yeah, you know, and it's like, look, you two like a certain body type. This is what I see this is. You don't really care for the booty and the boobies. You don't really like, for her too, it's like, because she don't have that body type too, you don't like other women with a curvaceous body type. Like, they have a lot of boobs, you're just like, oh, I hate them, because darn it, you know, they look sexy. It's what you think is beautiful, but what society is always pushing is that figure 8. The figure 8. So, I just feel like this is some insecurity stuff, right? And the guy who's attracted to a more leaner body type, he goes and puts up girls barely wearing anything. Like, they wearing their sleeping clothes. They have no bra on. And then she goes and she's like, yes, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. They should wear stuff like that. I mean, either way is still hoochie. Like, in my opinion, if you want to say, hey, is this hoochie over this? The Daisy Dukes that fit and the thongs, it's the same thing as a sleeping dress that's laced and I don't have a bra on. Okay? It's the same amount of skin showing to me. Okay? I feel like the only difference here is the weight, the curves that these different women have, like where their weight sits on them and stuff. It's fine if you like skinny girls and skinny people and all that stuff. That is okay. No offense there. I'm not trying to offend no one. But let's tackle the origin of the problem, that it's that you think that women, the ideal should revert. It should go back to just being women with like they're lean and they have no boobs and no butt and no hips and stuff. Just say that, because that's fine too. It's an opinion. I mean, it's what you think is pretty. It's what you think is beautiful. I mean, in my opinion, no, it's not. But then again, I am not. I used to be skinny and had no curves and all that stuff, and I didn't even like that then. Honestly, I didn't. I did not like being skinny and without curves. Once I hit puberty, I was happy that I got some curves. I'm sorry, okay? But that's just me. I'm not saying that my experience and my opinion is fact, is what it should be. No, this is just a flavor of many flavors. And you know, not everybody's attracted to that. I don't care. It's what I like. So, I don't know. Okay, what to tell her, because I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, okay, so when they got on Lizzo for her wearing a thong and a lower back, the lower butt out dress or whatever, it's like cropped out in the butt area, I'm just like, again, it doesn't matter to me what you're wearing because that's not my body. It is just probably the place. Right? And then they're like, oh, okay, you would get a Lizzo again. I was upset when Beyonce went to, it was some award show that they were showing like around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And that's like when kids watch it and kids are still up. And she had on that thong lace outfit. She took the leotard off. Right? And had the leotard skirt off. And had a thong Daisy Duke, but it's not Daisy Duke pants. So it's like, the thong with lace and a bra with the lace covering the bra. And but you know, you still see a lot. And I was just like, and then like booty jiggling everywhere, her husband grabbing her butt. It was nasty. Okay? It's like when I was in middle school and I would and I walk past, you know, you walk past like a quiet hallway, and you don't go down, you just walk past and you look down, like, just because you look at both ways before you cross. So you look down, you do a brief glance, and then there's two people with piercings all in their mouth. And it's not the piercings that's the problem, it's them tongue kissing each other that's the problem. And the piercings just highlight the disgusting tongue kissing and lip locking. It's just nasty. Okay? It's inappropriate, because what? That was a school. Same thing when it was a couple I knew, right? I was in aftercare at the time. This boy and this girl, they would go and share each other's lollipop. Like, the girl would lick on it and she'd be like, oh, okay. And then he put it in his mouth. That's nasty to me, because it's just like, that's too much for the environment that we're in. Okay, you don't go to a playground and do some BDSM. That's just too much. Like, you're just doing too much. So same thing for Lizzo. It's like, okay, you doing too much, showing too much, bringing what don't need to be around people of all ages. Around people of all ages. That's what's inappropriate. Okay, and it's like, what? I hate when people go, oh, well, you know, it's not like they're not gonna see this like when they get older and all that stuff. It's like, it's not like they're not gonna change and see that in themselves. I'm not talking about that. Like, what I'm talking about is that this is what I think about. Since people want to get technical, okay, I think further. I think of what have you done? So, okay, if you're wearing a thong, but you didn't bathe last night, but you had an orgy, you just got out of an orgy, why would I want you to sit on the seat that my kid is gonna sit on later with your thong? Just your thong. Why? Same thing, like, I don't trust you. Like, honestly, yeah, when I look at you dressed like that, I'm just like, oh, you must have a very, like, I don't care. I don't care. People be like, oh, don't just assume. I'm thinking that you are a very loose person and that you have like a very sketchy lifestyle. Like, you're very free, and that's good for you. But on some other hippie nonsense, you're so free with love that you don't bathe, and you have all the germs and ick all over you, and you just want, and you okay with just spreading it because you just aren't really a clean person. That's what I think. I think they're just not very clean people. So, and the reason why I like I said that is because if you're okay with your bare butt touching an area where somebody could have hawk spit on, like, so I see some women like wearing really short evening dresses that fit, and then they sit on the sidewalk. So you know the evening dress, it rides up them, and it becomes like a shirt, and they butt and stuff's on the sidewalk. And for you to get so comfortable with your tushy on the sidewalk, it just made me think you're just a dirty person. Like, you don't care, and you don't care because you're already dirty. You know, like, and when I say you're dirty, it could be STDs, it could be that you got mono, you know, something about it where you don't care if you get sick. Like, you're just a person that don't care if you get sick. You know, or maybe you're a drug addict. Maybe it's something about you that says, that would give me the impression, I mean, from how you are dressed, that you don't care about your health. That's what I get, okay? I'm not saying, oh, you're loosey-goosey. I just see you as you are a person that don't care about your health. That's just how I envision it. That's my perspective. But just because you don't care about your health, I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can't tell you to care about your health. I can't tell you to work on living. That's your prerogative. That's your life. I can't tell you what's right and what's wrong for you. Okay? And you can't tell me how to view you either. All I can say is that you could do whatever you wear, whatever you want, okay? But unless, you know, like, okay, going somewhere nude and you're not at a nude beach or something, and you're not at a place for nudity, but you just going to like a regular place like Target or something nude, it's too much. It's too much. That's too much. And I know people, oh, you know, you shouldn't get on the nudist and all that. I'm not getting on them. They can live their life the way they want to, but that's why they have their special community, just the same as the, what do you call them? I forgot what you call them. I don't know if they're called Quakers or something, but those people that don't live with electricity or anything, they don't like, they live off the farmland that they plow and all that stuff. They live off things they make. Excuse me. So, you see, they got their own community. If you want to live by the rules that you want to live by, you start a community for that, so that you can be free within your community to do whatever you want. But if it just is not conducive to what the society's norms and legal stuff say is okay, then no, you can't do that, okay? And again, back to the Beyonce situation, when she was like wearing the thong and stuff and gyrating on the stage, with her husband feeling all over her. I was like, it's just very unnecessary. And it does, I don't care what no one says, it pushes this like Illuminati-esque agenda, you know, like this oh well, look, everyone of all ages, that you should be doing this. Why aren't you doing this with your life? Like, it's subliminal nonsense. And I just feel like not everybody of every age should be privy, because they can't think straight. Just like not everybody of every age could get married to a 70-year-old man or 70-year-old woman. Okay, so same thing. You know, you shouldn't be pushing ideas on these people if they cannot understand it clearly of, hey, is this what I really want to do? Is this in my comfort level or is it not? Like, let them figure that out on their own, what's comfortable for them. Like, I just feel like in that way people go too far. But when it's like, oh, we're just wearing, you know, shorts and stuff out and about, I mean, it's their business. Now, the thong shorts, again, that made me think that you dirty. You know, that you're a drug addict or something. Something about you makes you not care about your health like that. That's what I think. But again, it's your prerogative.